the night was pitch black, with only the feeble glow of the truck's dashboard illuminating the highway ahead. Mike, a seasoned trucker, was used to the solitude of the open road. He enjoyed the peaceful hum of the engine and the faint radio chatter from fellow truckers. But tonight was different. An eerie sense of unease hung in the air. And as Mike cruised down the desolate highway, his unease grew. He couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. The wind howled through the gaps in his cabin, creating an unsettling symphony of whistling and creaking sounds. It was as if the very road itself was whispering secrets he wasn't meant to hear. Mike's eyes darted to his rearview mirror, and his heart skipped a beat. There, in the distance, he saw the faint glimmer of headlights approaching fast. He didn't remember seeing any other vehicles on the road for miles. Unease turned to dread as the lights drew nearer, revealing a massive black semi-truck. It was enormous, with no visible markings or identification. The truck tailgated Mike's rig, its horn blaring in angry bursts. Panic surged through Mike's veins as he accelerated, trying to put distance between himself and the relentless pursuer. The anonymous truck relentlessly tailed him, its headlights blinding in the darkness. Mike grabbed his CB radio, his voice trembling as he called for help. "Mayday! Mayday! There's a truck on my tail, and I can't shake it. Does anyone copy?" But all he heard in response were distorted voices and static. It was as if the world had turned its back on him. Desperation set in as the menacing truck continued its relentless pursuit. The road ahead seemed to stretch on endlessly, with no signs of civilization in sight. Mike's eyes darted around, searching for an escape. But the highway was a straight, unending ribbon of asphalt, and the dark truck showed no sign of giving up the chase. Hours passed, but the relentless pursuit continued. Mike's mind raced with questions. Who was driving that ominous truck, and why were they after him? What did they want? He felt like a trapped animal, and the highway his only cage. Exhaustion and fear gnawed at Mike as he drove, unable to shake the relentless pursuer. He couldn't comprehend why this mysterious truck was after him, or how it could maintain such relentless speed and aggression. Just when he thought he couldn't take it any longer, the anonymous truck abruptly veered alongside him. Its windows were pitch black, reflecting nothing but the cold, unforgiving night. With a trembling hand, Mike rolled down his window, peering into the void beside him. Suddenly, the side window of the dark truck slid open, revealing a gloved hand holding a package. Mike's heart pounded in his chest as he cautiously accepted the parcel. It was wrapped in plain brown paper, and his fingers trembled as he unfolded it. Inside, he found a letter. "Read it," a distorted voice emanated from the black truck. Mike hesitated for a moment, then began to read the letter aloud. It spoke of an ancient legend, a pact made with the highway itself. The legend told of a cursed trucker who, in exchange for unending speed and power, was forever bound to the road, his soul trapped in his rig. The letter warned Mike that he was now part of this cursed pact, and his only hope for salvation was to pass it on. Terror gripped Mike as he realized the truth. He was now a pawn in some dark and otherworldly game, a cursed trucker bound to an eternal, ominous pursuit. The letter instructed him to find another unsuspecting trucker and hand over the parcel, thus passing on the curse. Mike's mind raced as he contemplated his options, but the relentless black truck was still beside him, forcing his hand. In a moment of dread and despair, he tossed the parcel into the cab of a passing truck, and the ominous vehicle suddenly swerved away, disappearing into the night. The next morning, Mike pulled into a rest stop, his face haggard and his nerves shattered. He knew he couldn't stay on the road forever, and he couldn't risk being pursued once more. With a heavy heart, he called a fellow trucker he trusted and told them about the curse and the need to pass it on. As the sun rose, Mike watched as his trusted friend drove away with the cursed parcel. The curse was now someone else's burden, and he hoped that they would find a way to break the cycle and free themselves from the relentless, supernatural torment of the midnight highway. But one thing was certain: Mike would never look at the open road in the same way again, haunted by the chilling knowledge that the curse could return.